The sudden accident gave the woman a scare, but now all she could do was keep her eyes shut, forcing herself not to look down. She calmed her nerves and kept climbing the hundreds of meters high abandoned signal tower, but she didn't notice. A loose screw on the ladder was already coming off. Becky stepped carefully with every move, hundreds of meters up in the air. Just one glance down was enough to make her shake. But just as she was getting used to the fear, her friend Hunter started shaking the ladder for fun.
Stop, you dick, Hunter!
She acted like it was no big deal, but her reckless move would soon cause serious trouble. With her friend's help, Becky finally reached the top of the tower. She took a deep breath and pulled out her late boyfriend's ashes, then tossed them into the wind to fulfill her last wish. They were ready to climb back down, but what they didn't expect was that when Becky stepped down out of habit, a part of the ladder broke off due to years of rust. Luckily, her safety harness kept her from falling, but the force of the drop made it hard for her to regain balance. Hunter gripped the rope tightly and wrapped it around a metal pole, then started pulling with all her strength. With Hunter's help, Becky slowly adjusted and climbed back up, finally reaching the top of the tower again. Becky cried with relief. Though the danger wasn't over, they were both grateful to still be alive. But once the excitement faded, they had to face a harsh reality. With the ladder gone, how would they get back to the ground hundreds of meters below? Worse still, their backpack with water and supplies had fallen onto a ledge during the drop. Becky thought of calling for help, but there was no signal this high up. That's when Hunter came up with an idea. She typed out a rescue message on her phone, took off her shoe and put the phone inside, then stuffed her bra in to cushion it. Once everything was ready, she threw the shoe down and watched it land safely on the ground. They finally relaxed a bit, hoping the message would go through once it hit the ground. But as time passed, no one came. Their hope started to fade. To survive, they had to get the supplies below. Hunter tied the rope tightly to the pole, then stepped back onto the ladder. She let go of the metal bar. Even though she was ready, the speed of the drop still made her cry out in pain. After regaining her balance, she braced her feet against the tower and began inching downward along the rope. She was just one step away from the backpack. Hunter stretched out her hand to grab it, but it was still just out of reach. She thought of giving up, but turning back now would make everything they did pointless. So she decided to risk it.
Hunter!
Even after doing that, she was still a bit too far. With no other choice, she kicked against the tower, then thrust her waist forward and let go of both hands. She barely landed on the steel platform. She grabbed the bottle from the bag and started drinking to regain energy. Meanwhile, Becky was dying of thirst above. Once she got her strength back, Hunter thought about how to climb up again. She reached for the safety rope nearby, but after several failed tries, she looked for another way. She quickly found something she could use, tied the backpack to a selfie stick and raised it, trying to hook the rope with her makeshift tool. After several tries, she finally caught it. Then Hunter jumped and grabbed the backpack successfully, but the force of the jump threw her off balance. Becky saw it happen and grabbed the rope. She pulled hard, while Hunter worked with her and started climbing, but just as she was about to reach the top, her foot suddenly slipped.